Yeah, I hear a little bit of it too, but we won't be all on the mic. We're almost live on Facebook here, and then I'll give people the Facebook link that they can use too. So there we go. Okay, there's another one down below. There's one down below, but there's one on your actual video. Hang on a sec, guys. I got this live on Facebook anyway. So copy link address. This is what we'll do. Blake, because I know you can hear me okay. Folks, if you can't hear us well there, go to the Facebook. That's a buffered live stream. You can use that direct link. Whoop, not business. Hang on. That's not going to take you anywhere. I got to give it to you off a different link. That's at my actual ad account. See, proof you don't need to be technical to run a technology business. You can be a complete retard and do this. So copy link address. Okay, guys, actually use this link, please. There you go. So there you go, Blake. Blake, can you put a yes in there if you're hearing me okay, and just give people that link from time to time. That way they can listen live on Facebook. And I'm gonna come off the mic, Daniel and Vince. I'm gonna turn it over to you guys because I know you have a lot of stuff that you want to talk about on the marketing side, and then I'll talk to everybody on the product side and how we're truly going to be revolutionizing this industry, having online digital marketing, great products that people need, offline products that people absolutely consume and need in a trillion-dollar marketplace. Things are going to change from this point forward. So I'll turn it over to you guys. I'll come off the mic. That way there's a little bit less bandwidth being used, and turn it to you guys for a bit.
We do. And so that's why it's exciting. Like when you can show people we're going to have protein powder ready to roll, and you guys will be able to order it tonight. And we have fiber ready to roll, and then the energy pills I haven't got yet. I'm waiting for those over here. But when you can tell people, what we have to offer is just like Amazon, it's just so easy to sell. I mean, that's why so many people are signing up right now. Plus, the reality is people are actually going to get good results. See, the beautiful thing about Joel, myself, just real quick, I've done over $20 million in sales online, but I've always had to do new things over and over and over again because the reality is it just kind of gets to a point where its saturation kicks in, or, the customers, when it just is all about money, it doesn't really last. You know what I'm saying? It really comes down to a customer thing. With the health industry, proteins and fiber and energy, that's what I've always wanted to put into my companies, but it takes millions of dollars. So I didn't have the resources and funds to be able to do that. You know what I mean? And so that was the reality. I always had to just kind of stick around and do my thing and make money, helping other people really understand marketing. But I didn't really have like a consumable product that, I always wanted. I always really wanted to do an energy pill was my main thing because I take one every single day. But the reality is with our company, now we got both. So we got the email marketing and the marketing aspects, and then you got the product. So now it's just like the most win-win combination. And then what's so cool about with Joel's, companies that he's been doing over the last 20 years, he's got all of the foundations that we can literally turn this into an Amazon for entrepreneurs. That's what's exciting. So literally every single new product that comes out, whether it be a health product or whether it be a digital product or whether it be just something cool, we can put it in just like Amazon did. Amazon started with books and CDs, and now they turned into a $1 billion company because they've put in literally everything. We're going to be able to do the same thing here at Now Lifestyle. And so that's what's so exciting. We'll be able to just put in anything that's good, a really solid product that will help people, become better in life. And, you guys, your network that you guys build with this company, you'll make money off of everybody. And that's what's so neat. The compensation plan is just unbelievable. So that's what's exciting. And then we have, we got a lot of new stuff coming out, Daniel and I especially, we got a lot of new marketing coming out. I did a video today. So if you're part of the members area or in the members group and list and stuff, check your email. I sent an email out earlier about a new video that I did showing what Daniel and I put together. It's going to cause massive amounts of money to happen in your all's lives. So it's just exciting times here with us. This is, putting a real product into a company has always been my dream in combining the marketing over my last 10 years of marketing online. You know what I mean? And so now we can finally do it. And I don't have to fund it, which is nice. I don't have to put all the madness behind the scenes. You know what I mean? And so that's what's so great about it. I can just help with the marketing, which is my gifts and my talents. But what Joel does behind the scenes, if you go to his headquarters and office, you'll blow your mind on what they have going on there and what they have to do to produce this company for you guys out there. So the $50 a month, for the first membership to get the autoresponder is nothing. I mean, Joel's literally spending millions of dollars a year to fund his company and putting it back into it is really solid for us, moving forward. So it's just exciting times. So I'll let Daniel take it over. With this company, I've already done over a couple $100,000 in this company, which is exciting. But my vision is, with anybody that really wants to move up in this business, you know what I mean? You can make minimum 5 figures a month with ease in the long-term vision of it. That's what's nice, because we're always going to be putting in amazing products where when you build that network, every single time it comes out, you're going to make a ton of money, which is really exciting. So, but other than that, Daniel, Daniel's been rocking online marketing for the last year and a half or so, and he's literally already done over $60,000 in sales, or I'm sorry, $60,000 in commissions with this company. And so that's what's really exciting. This is the most success it's in as quickly as he's ever had because of what we're doing here. It's an actual customer product, whether it be the online marketing aspects of the autoresponder and the lead capture pages, or whether it be a real product now that's coming out as well. These are literally customer products. So once people start using them and they actually utilize our training, they start building their email list and sending broadcasts and using our products and things like that. They're never going to go away because they're going to become real customers. And that's what Joel Tarian's been so good at with GVO and all of his online hosting companies that he serves over 300,000 people around the world still with those companies, is because that's real customers. And that's what we have here at Now Lifestyle versus any other online marketing opportunity. All the other ones are just about the money, which we all know that 5% are maybe going to make money. That's just the way life is. But we know that with our company, with the autoresponders and lead capture and the products and the training, we're going to know that 100% of the people that buy our stuff are going to win. That's the exciting part. And that's why Daniel's winning so quickly, is because the people that are coming in his organization, they are becoming customers. And so therefore he's making long-term money. And that's really the exciting part. So Daniel's amazing. You're going to see in a second, of course, but he's amazing at really explaining and getting across what he's doing and the power of what we're doing together. And so it's really neat. Him and I, we did some really good and amazing marketing together that you guys are going to love, that we'll share a little bit more tomorrow on as well, inside of the group. So it should be hopefully done by tomorrow or the next day. But go ahead, Daniel, just take it away a little bit, man, with your 1.5 year experience. What's so good about you talking versus me, because I've been doing this for 10 years. You've only been doing this for 1.5 years, man. So, people out there going, oh, Vince, you've been around for so long. It's obviously easy for you, whatever. But with you, bro, you're brand new, man. So the reality is, there's no excuses. Anybody, if you're watching this right now, you don't have an excuse anymore, because he's literally 1.5 years into this. That's nothing. Okay. And just to put it into perspective, a business owner on the streets, brick and mortar, for those of you guys who see businesses out there, brick and mortar businesses don't make money for 5+ years until they finally make money. Daniel's already making money in 1.5 years with this company, and big money, big money. You know what I mean? And so for those of you guys who are out there, you're going to start making money very quickly if you do exactly what we teach you how to do. So Daniel, I'll shut up. You take it off, boss, and rock it out, man.
All right, cool. So hopefully if you guys keep your mics muted, then I don't know. Just let me know if my sound's coming in okay. If I have to throw the headset in, I will. But yeah, man, no, it's been quite a blast. The last 6 have been pretty amazing. And, I started the online journey about, a little more than 1.5 years ago, but it wasn't really until Now Lifestyle came along that right from day one, and this is kind of, those are really my mistakes in past businesses, is that I kind of waited to take action, but with Now Lifestyle, literally the very first day, I started taking action, and massive action. And Joel says it himself, to take massive imperfect action. So it literally just started with the same thing I share on a lot of other webinars too, which is just really making that decision, the decision that, you want to bring results into your life. You want to, talk about it all the time, whether it's travel the beaches of the world, provide for your family, whatever it is, whatever that result is that you want to pull into your life, you just need to make that decision. And, from day one, that's literally what I did. And I started just making videos, contacting people, running some traffic, and it never stopped from there. The consistency is also very, very key. So when you're after you make your decision, when you take massive imperfect action, that's just it. You're not always going to get it right, but you need to be consistent every single day and take that action and really just keep going and going and going. And when you fall down, you just got to get back up and keep going. So Doesn't matter if Facebook shuts your ads account down or your YouTube channel gets shut down or whatever it is. You just need to keep going and keep pushing forward every single day. And obviously, probably the second most important thing from making your decision is just to never quit, because if you quit, then you're not going to get the results that you want. You're not going to achieve the goals that you want. And, quitting is just that. And, a line that I heard a long time ago, well, actually not too long ago, about 2 years ago, that stuck with me a lot is, failure is just a moment in time, but quitting is who you are as a person. So it's okay to fail, and failing teaches us, what to do and what not to do. But when you quit, that's who you are as a person. And ever since I heard that line, it really just stuck with me. So that's why I always talk about those things almost every single webinar. You make your decision, take massive imperfect action, stay consistent, and then never quit. And if you do those 4 things, you will find results. And that's all I've done. So to be able to, in a very short amount of time, build a 5-figure monthly income, anybody can do that. You just need to follow those 4 simple steps and plug into our system, get into our community, follow the trainings that Vince and Joel are laying down, start using some traffic, drive up to your links. And guys, honestly, the funnels and the products and everything that we have coming your way is absolutely just going to help you guys crush your business. And this is only the very, very beginning. We're just, even though we're 6-7 months in, we're just scratching the surface right now. And things every single day are just going to get better and better and better. So the sales funnels, the ebook, the supplements, and everything else that's rolling out, we're going to just keep cranking out brand new funnels that are going to help you guys crush it, that are going to upsell from free into paid and then go from paid into all in. So we're going to do everything from a marketing standpoint that we can to help you crush your business on the front end and the back end too. So just stay tuned, guys. It's just going to get better and better. Vince, I don't know if you want to chime in on the funnels at all, but if not, we can certainly kick it over to Juana.
Juana, tear it up. Introduce to Juana really quick, Daniel. Let's do that. Because, the funnel stuff you guys are going to see. We're going to give you massive training about that. It's going to be the best funnel in the industry as usual, because when we do marketing, when I've done marketing, it's my gift. It's what I can do for you guys to really help you guys crush it. But the exciting part is, like I'm telling you, it's these products, it's the customers that are going to be created out of this. And Juana is an amazing customer of this too. She's starting to crush it online now as well, getting a lot of people to come in. But she has massive results with what we're doing here as well, as far as being a customer aspect of it too. So that's the nice thing. So Daniel, you tear it up real quick, and then I want to share a little bit of it, and then we'll get Joel back on here, because I want you guys, because I know most of you guys who are here right now, you're just ready to get the link so you can order these products. So we're going to get to that point, but I'm excited, for you guys to understand a little bit behind the scenes a little bit, especially with us, who's really working behind the scenes for you guys, creating ebooks and marketing and all this amazing stuff for you guys. So it's just exciting times for sure. So go ahead, Daniel. You introduce Awana real quick.
Yeah, no, I think, obviously we're very, very excited for what's coming. And like we said before, it's just going to get better and better and better. And I think, definitely want to introduce somebody that has stepped up, taken action, not only from a business standpoint too, but also from a workout standpoint too, using the protein, using the fiber, getting really, really good results, and also doing an amazing job captaining the women's only page. So I think without further introduction, Juana, why don't you tell us some of the results that you've been getting, and also how you've been sharing some of that with other people too.
Hi guys. It's been a journey, and I've been following Vince through a couple companies now, and he's right. His marketing is always awesome and everything like that. So when he tells you that, he's working on something amazing, it will happen and it'll come really soon. But like he said in the beginning, having the physical products is just amazing, because a lot of companies don't do that. So when I first started in the industry, a lot of the people, even like my mom and my close, they were always asking, okay, but what exactly are you selling? Can I touch it? Can I see it? And when you don't have that, and it's just like, an online product or a course or anything like that, people are kind of skeptical. And that's why a lot of them usually call our business, a scam, because they can't see the immediate results. And what happens when you sell them an ebook or anything like that? Well, some of them read 2 pages, some of them go halfway, some of them finish it. But at the end of the day, it's just something that they cannot actually touch. It comes and goes. They might like the information, they might not. But when they see actual products, and that's kind of what happened to me, and you start using them and you see the results right away, it's when your whole mind shifts, towards that. And I was looking for something and a different kind of company where people actually care about what they do and what they sell. And that's what happened with Joel. Once I met him, I was sold in like 5 minutes, because when we first met, I haven't done anything yet. And I told him straight up, I'm like, listen, I need you to tell me what to do. I'll follow the program and then I'll let you know how it goes. And that's what happened. He gave me all the advice and he answered all the questions I had. He gave us the products, and not even 30 days later, I lost 2 pant sizes. And I was like, yes, this is it. So it's been pretty easy to share once you see that it actually works for you. And actually, I don't even have to say anything to people anymore. You can literally tell that I've lost some weight. You can see my energy is off the charts all the time. And I haven't even started taking the energy pills. So yeah, just get ready for that, people. I won't stop talking once I take those. But it's just been amazing. It's a different kind of company, a different kind of business when you build it with people that actually care about what they do. And this is what's happening here. And I don't know, I found my home and I'm excited for it. So that's about
awesome.
it.
I think
for
we're just going to bring
right
the
now.
man back on.
I'm just, I'm. Can you guys hear me? Okay, I'm just humbled, guys, because it's all about aligning yourself with great people, and of course, as I built GVO, which is the technology backbone of what we do, I loved the fact that why did I start GVO? I loved the fact or the thought that I could host websites and servers would work for me rather than human beings. They would work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we could sell web hosting and leverage technology to generate an income. But through those years, even though there's been $9 million earners in GVO. There's been thousands who've made couple $100,000, and there's been tens of thousands who've made tens of thousands of dollars in GVO. I'm not talking. I don't want to specifically talk about GVO, but there was always something missing for me. There was always a bigger purpose for me as to it's great to be able to provide automation tools and help people make money from home, but there was a hole in my heart centered around there's got to be something better, bigger out there. And so this has been a vision of mine for a very, very long time. I think what stopped me from doing it, 10 years ago was GVO was just growing like a weed. So it's like, okay, well, we hit 8 figures, then we did 50 million, then we did, 70 million. And it's kind of hard, guys, to be honest with you, to pull away from a company that's doing that type of revenue per year. And then, again, even though and paying out those types of commissions and creating millionaires and all that kind of stuff was super exciting, there was still a void for me. So thank you, Daniel and Vince and Oana and everybody on this call and Janet and everybody. Very passionate about what we're talking about tonight, and something that I've been wanting to do since my early 20s, because I know I have it right. And that's truly saving lives, and more important, just as important, because nothing's more important than saving lives, is helping people feel better about themselves when they cross the mirror. I've seen people there where they avoid the scale, they avoid the doctor, they avoid the mirror, they avoid everything because deep down there's something broken inside of them, and they just don't know how to get there. And folks, I've been doing, I know way more about, even though I'm the grandpa now, and I've been doing online marketing for almost 19 years now. I've been doing health and fitness and nutrition since the age of 11. I competed in fitness and health from age 16, and that was the end for me. I remember doing this fitness show at age 16, scared to death. I was backstage and I was looking at all these guys that were like 21, 22, 23, and I had a training partner back then, and I started to cry backstage and I started to shake, and I thought, oh my God, I don't belong here. I really psyched myself out. And then when I got on stage, long story short, I actually won the overalls in the whole competition at 16 years old. So I got kind of bitten by that. But as an entrepreneur, competing for many years, I started to realize that there ain't so much a whole lot of money in competing in bodybuilding. It's just not a spectator sport. And God works in mysterious ways, because what happened is I was competing, and because I was competing and doing well, I was getting sponsorship. And that's why, by the way, all of our products have nothing but all natural ingredients. In 1998, and I want to share this story with everybody because it's important to why where we are today. I got staff pinging me at the same time. I'm not kicked out of the room. He said he was kicked out of the room. I have no idea if he was kicked out of the room. But anyway, that's your CTO. You know, you're talking to 355 people and the techies start pinging you right away or whatever. But anyway, that's why I'm not so passionate about GVO anymore. Just kidding, guys. Just kidding, David, if you're listening to this. But anyway, I started to get pretty popular in the fitness industry. I started making a whole $20,000 to $30,000 a year. And because of that, fitness magazines started calling, and I had to maintain 4 or 5% body fat year round. Now, back in 1997, 98, 96, when I was doing this, every single supplement was sweetened with aspartame. Okay, aspartame is still an artificial sweetener that's found in diet soft drinks. I'm not going to name names, but as time goes on, more and more people are becoming aware of the side effects of aspartame. Long story short, I woke up one day slightly dizzy. 3 days later, I couldn't even remember my own name, and I didn't know how to get home. So aspartame actually poisoned me. I went from about 235 pounds, very lean, very muscular, close to what I am today, although I was a little younger then. I'm a little more wrinkly now, I guess, to 160 pounds in 3 months. And that ended my athletic career. But folks, the reason I share this story with you is some of you are down and out. Some of you are frustrated. Some of you are behind on your bills. And I suffered from migraine headaches every day of my life for 5 years while I sat in my basement trying to build an online business, okay? How I started an online business, and that's why I say God works in mysterious ways, is I was making $20,000 to $30,000 as an athlete, which would have never fed my family. I got severely ill, so ill that I was sick. Like I said, I had migraines every single day of my life for 5 years. I still got 9 lesions on my brain. And people in Cabo know it's true. Like I said, it also affected my short-term memory. I don't know where my phone or my keys are every 30 seconds. But hey, it is what it is. But I share that with you because I know some of you are here because you want to build a business. Couple of tips for you. When I was building GVO in my basement, okay, I was a stubborn idiot. I didn't want to learn from people. And honestly, back then, there was no YouTube, there was no conference software, there was no social media. So it was very difficult. It took me 2 years to make my first sale online. But I had a backup plan during that time. Those of you who are here and you're passionate, and just being in this room, I know you're passionate enough to be here. Make sure you have your bills paid, okay? You cannot build an online business knowing that your mortgage is due in 2 days, that your water bill's due, that you have to feed your family. Have a backup plan of income while you do this. And the reason I say that is because I like to talk with transparency. If I didn't have that backup plan, I would have given it up within a couple of months and been forced to either go on disability because of my migraines or find some other source of income. And when I think about that, if I would have given up in 2 to 3 months rather than 2 years, none of this, Vince, Daniel, Oana, or anybody else in this room would have existed. And the only reason for that is I would have been setting myself up for immediate failure without even realizing it. Okay? And that's what's important. Guys, take massive imperfect action, have a backup plan so you have a little bit of income in place, and that's what's going to create success for you. I know that all the people in this room had a backup plan while building this business, okay? You can't build it overnight. It's not going to happen overnight. It takes massive imperfect action. It takes consistency, and it takes some work. Now, that's my story. I wanted to share that with you guys because if you never give up, my Lord, the only mistake I ever made, my goal was to pay my mortgage, which was $450 per month. Imagine that. If I could just cover my mortgage, then I was at least a little bit of a provider while I was so sick. And after my first sale for $997, 3 months later was $40,000. By the end of the first year was $1 million. By the end of the third year was $10 million a year. And it just kept going on and on and on. And when you think about that in a business-to-business marketplace, that's pretty phenomenal because how many people need an autoresponder? Now, I know everybody in this room needs one. Every brick and mortar business needs an autoresponder. But think about that. The reason why GVO has been around for 19 years is because we've always focused on the customer first. The customer and the product is what creates the opportunity, without question. That's why we've seen so many network marketing companies in the past couple of years just disappear. Why? As Vince said at the start of this call, you have to have real products and you have to have real customers. And this is where revolutionizing the industry is going to take place. Here's where we have true competitive advantages over anybody else. All the technology is run in this data center. Daniel's been here, Vince has been here, they've been in our server rooms. So we have relative, if we had to put things in third-party locations, extremely low overhead. Every single piece of software, including the software that we're using right now, we own. We own and we developed. All the back end to Now Lifestyle, the autoresponder, the lead capture system, the on-demand videos, we own. We own the video streaming, we own everything. By owning everything in-house and being developed by our team, we can provide the best support in the industry and provide things at an extremely low cost and yet still pay a very high commission, okay? So let's focus on the customer for the next 5 minutes. Every brick and mortar business, every online marketer, whether they're a network marketer or a home-based business entrepreneur, needs what? They need leads and they need a way to follow up with those leads. That's what the autoresponder does. The number one tool sold at GVO used to be web hosting. It's been our autoresponder now for the past 5 years. Why? People need an automated way to follow up with their leads. So that is a product, right? And people are using that product. And in fact, the Now Lifestyle autoresponder is now sending close to 2 million emails a day, okay, collectively as a team. What does that tell you, folks? That tells you that customers are utilizing that product regardless of making money. That means they'll pay their monthly fee again and again and again because they need that product and want to use that product. And hey, if they start making some money by referring others, great. If they don't care. Why? They need that product. If not for the opportunity, can you use the product or service? And the autoresponder, without question, the lead capture system, without question, people need and use. And that's exactly why GVO has been around so long. We're customer-centric first. Now here's where it comes to revolutionizing the industry. Software as a service is a very highly profitable margin, right? Bill Gates is not one of the richest men on the world for no reason. Okay, software has extremely high profit margins. So when we sell our autoresponder and we sell the lead capture system and we sell the on-demand workouts, which are very effective, we can afford to pay out 90% residual commissions back to our affiliates. So even though we haven't launched the physical product line yet, as you know, Vince already shared with you, made over $200,000. Daniel made over $60,000. Many 5-figure earners in here just with the digital products alone. And make no mistake about it, you have to have the customer first, but if you don't have distributors making good money, you don't have a company being pushed forward on the marketing side. So we have people, we've paid out millions and millions of dollars already in Now Lifestyle without even touching a physical product yet. And that's what's going to revolutionize the industry. We have products that people need anyway that we can afford to pay out 90% on, okay? And here's the difference. When you look at other network marketing companies, and I'm not here to bash anybody because there's companies that are 10 times our size, but not for very long. And here's why. When you have tangible products, so the products we have, and I'm going to give you guys the link to get these products. When you have the protein, and I've got the psyllium here, and I've got what I know that Mr. Elevate over there really wants, Vince, here's the thing. When you're selling only to, and I want you guys to really pay attention because this is, I told you, this call is going to be based on facts and truth and not on hype. When you sell tangible products only, because I've been in this industry for so long, those products have to be 5 times cost to drive the business forward, okay? So meaning this type of product sold in a network marketing fashion would sell for about $90, okay? The price of these in the store is $40 to $45, so over double the retail cost. It's very hard to convince somebody to buy a product or service through you when the price is double what they might be able to get something comparable in a retail store. Now understand this, because we have so many people making so much money on the digital side, we're actually bringing these products to the market, still paying 20% direct commissions to you guys, 5% level 2, and another percentage into the binary, and these products are going to sell at a competitive retail price. So I know everybody wants the link. Let me tell you guys what you're getting today. This is a hidden link in your members area, okay? nowlifestyle.com/sports-supplements. Now here's what's really, really, really cool. And here's why. Let me explain what you're going to get and explain the why behind it. You're going to get 2 proteins, okay? Now you can either get 2 chocolates or 2 vanillas or one of each. That's up to you. 2 proteins. You're going to get 2 fibers. And you're going to get 1 Elevate Energy Booster. And you're going to get free shipping. Plus we're going to throw in one of the 2 hats. These hats are very high quality. They're worth about $25 a piece each. You can have one of the hats, or you can have the shaker included free. So free shipping, 2 proteins, 2 fibers, an energy booster. Retail store price for this, between $40 and $45. Psyllium husk fiber, retail about $19.99 per bottle. Retail price on the energy booster, that was the energy booster, but anyway, they're almost the same size. Retail price on energy boosters can be anywhere from $40 to $55, okay? The link that I put in there for you guys includes free shipping plus the bonuses, plus 25% commissions, plus binary commissions for $149.97. So if you add that up, guys, that is cheaper than retail price. And yet you still get to make a phenomenal commission on it. Now, let me tell you the why, okay? Anybody want to chime in, or is this interesting? I could talk all damn night. That's the problem, you know? But is this okay? I'm coming through okay? Yeah? All right, all right.
All you, tear it up.
All right. So here's the thing. The first few years of me training from age 11, I remember the day, you'll all remember the day you wanted to start an online business, and I remember the day distinctly that I decided that I didn't want to. My nickname in grade school, folks, just to be honest with you, was Ethiopian, okay? Because I was the skinniest kid. When I was born at 6.5 months. I was born at 1 pound and 6 ounces. 1 pound and 6 ounces at birth, okay? So I'm a little bit of a miracle baby. I'm not going to get emotional like I did last time. But because of that, I grew up as a very, very, very skinny kid. And I was bullied a lot, and that was part of my why that I wanted to get bigger. But I remember I was in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and I saw a guy with muscles, and whether it was good or bad, everybody was looking at him. And I knew I just wanted a part of that. I knew from that very moment that whether people were looking at him because he was too big or people were looking at him in admiration, I knew I wanted part of that. So I picked up my first weight when I was 11. And like most people, I thought more would be better. So I started training 4 days a week, about an hour in the gym. And at that time, I probably weighed 110 pounds. A year and a half later training that way, and it was probably through just natural growth because I got taller, I was about 125 pounds. So in 1 year, I gained about 15 pounds going from age 11 to age 12. By the time I was 14, I was about 145 pounds. So in that time frame, what I kept doing was I kept training more and more and more. I thought, okay, well, if I want to keep getting bigger, if I still want to see the results. So I went from training 4 to 5 days a week, an hour, to training 6 to 7 days a week for like 2 hours. And I remember distinctly at about age 14 and a half, I threw my hands up in the air and I said to myself, I guess I just don't have the genetics to have any sort of muscle mass, to have any sort of nice looking physique, and I actually quit. I threw the weights away, frustrated after a couple of years of doing this. It's kind of similar to this online business world, right? It took me 2 years to figure out the online business world. It took me a couple of years to figure out the fitness industry as well. So I threw the weights away, and within a week or two, I started to miss it. And so I went back about 2 weeks after quitting finally for good. And I think at that time, don't get me right, this was a long time ago, but I think when I quit, I was like 142 pounds. 2 weeks later, I went back to the gym, and I distinctly remember this. I stepped on the scale, and I was 155 pounds. And excuse my language, but I was like, holy shit, what just happened? I stepped on the scale, and I'm like, how? I gained like 15 pounds in 2 years of training. I quit training, and then I gained 15 pounds, and it surely wasn't fat at 14 years old. I started my workout, and I think my max bench press at that time was probably 120. And so I was expecting to bench press 120 pounds. That day, I remember I bench pressed like 155 pounds. And so I had an epiphany at that moment, and because of that, I decided to study exercise physiology in university, right? I realized I competed for a long time. I realized there was no money in competitive bodybuilding relative to like football, right? While I was going up in the bodybuilding stages, my cousin was playing in the NHL. He was a defenseman for the Philadelphia Flyers. His name is Chris Therien. He was number 6 on defense. Any hockey fans are going to remember him because he played with the Legion of Doom, which was Eric Lindros and all those guys, right? He was an average player making a salary of $3.6 million per year. I was the same age as him, making $20,000 to $30,000 a year in the fitness industry, and that's why I, sort of realized that I had to do something else. So I studied exercise physiology, and once I started getting into the physiology, then things scientifically, simple science, started to make sense. And this is why most people can never stick to an exercise program, okay? Is our bodies physiologically are made to work either long or work hard, not do both, okay? When you look at our nomadic days, we would go from place to place to place, really not moving very far, but when it came time to hunt and kill, we would go with explosive power, eat animals that we killed and grow things out of the ground, and that's what we ate. Trust me, even 100 years ago, there was not the obesity that there is today, okay? So our bodies are physiologically made to work long or work hard. Well, most of us work long hours at our jobs every single day. So the last thing you want to do is come home and do an hour of exercise on the treadmill or go to the gym for an hour and a half, okay? And it's based on simple science, okay? Muscle growth, there's 2 types of fibers in the human body. There's type 1 and type 2 muscle fibers. The type 2 muscle fibers are the fast twitch muscle fibers. You know what, guys? Vince, I'm going to turn it over to you for 2 minutes because my tech team keeps hitting me up. I'm going to tell them that you're distracting the crap out of me, and I'll come back. But anyway, somebody give your perspective, and I'll finish the science behind this.
Joel's cracking me up. Yeah, so this is why none of us would want to be over there running the company dressed.
Well, now he's trying to be funny. He goes, hunters and gatherers came first before gardeners, or something like that. So I'm like, stop, lol. So he's obviously in the room, and now he's laughing at me. But it's distracting, when you're talking to 350 people. So anyway, I want you guys to understand that because the fitness industry, the health and wellness industry, is a $1 trillion a year industry, there's a lot of gimmicks out there, okay? Body wraps do not work. I'm going to tell you right now. When you put yourself in a body wrap, what happens is you sweat. When you sweat, you lose water. When you lose water, you lose weight. So sure, put the body wrap on, sweat to death for an hour, lose 4 or 5 pounds of water, and then guess what? You drink some water, and next day you're back to the same weight, okay? Vibration machines do not work, okay? All these things that you see on QVC or some sort of little quick infomercial, I remember the Suzanne Summers Thigh Master does not work. But also, what does not work, because 97% of people can't stick to it, is training for an hour. Where does a 1 hour workout come from? It's based on economics. If you go to the gym, you're going to need a personal trainer, and the personal trainer is not going to say, listen, I'm going to train you for the next 5 to 10 minutes and then you can go home. No, why? They need to charge you by the hour because they get paid by the hour, okay? And so the type of muscle fibers that you want to hit for maximum weight loss and maximum sexiness in women is your type 2 fast twitch muscle fibers, okay? There's 2 fibers in the body. There's high endurance fibers, your type 1, they're called slow twitch. Your long distance runners are your slow twitch muscle fiber people. Now, if you look at a professional, let's go to the extremes. If you look at a professional marathon runner, okay, a lot of them are from Kenya and all over. And honestly, if you've ever seen them, their legs are like this big, right? And their arms are like this big. Why? Because they're hitting their high endurance fibers and they're completely emaciated. And I mean, kudos to them. I wouldn't want to run 26 miles 3 times a week, that's for sure. And 97% of the population doesn't want to either. That's what makes our workout program so effective. The high intensity fibers, okay, your fast twitch muscle fibers, are designed, like our physiological days, for high explosive, fast movements, similar to somebody running the 100 meters. Ask Usain Bolt to run the 100 or 200 meter and then ask him to run it in the same time frame 5 minutes later. He won't be able to do it. Those muscle fibers are absolutely fatigued. They fatigue very, very quickly. And that's why the 7-minute workout program is so effective. One, it's based on physiology and simple science. High intensity, short duration is what creates muscle. The more muscle you create, the more fat you burn. The more fat you burn, the leaner you get, right? And your type 2 fast twitch muscle fibers are the only fibers that have the potential for growth. Look at someone like Usain Bolt versus a long distance runner. I realize he's tall, but he's still very muscular. You look at any top sprinter, their legs are extremely muscular. Why? Because they're hitting their fast twitch muscle fibers. Okay, so it's all based on simple science. And on the mindset side, it's totally different as well. Oana, I'm going to ask you this question because I know you've been sticking to it and many others have as well. It's a completely different mindset, folks. I know for myself, people thought I was uber dedicated for the past 30 years. The thought of working out for an hour just doesn't appeal to me. It never has and it never will since the age of 14. It's probably a negative thought too because I couldn't gain any weight. But the 7-minute workout is based on training each body part only once every 10 days. And that was the epiphany I had when I was 14 years old. I realized that more was not better. Exercise provides the stimulation for your body to improve, but it's the time away from the gym that provides all the benefit. So what's your mindset, Oana and Daniel, as well, the two of you, when you know you're going to the gym and you're probably in and out of there in 15 to 20 minutes versus being there for an hour and a half to 2 hours, right? It's just totally different. Oana, why don't you go first on your perspective on that and how you've been feeling relative to that? Because here's the one last thing I want to say. Long workouts cause overtraining. Overtraining causes your epinephrine and your endorphin levels to drop. Those are the hormones in your brain. When you have high epinephrine and high endorphin, that's when you get that high energy feeling. High intensity, short duration workouts increase your epinephrine and increase your endorphins, making you feel good. So what's your perspective, Oana, on that?
I'm actually loving it now because before I never had the time for it. Because most of the time people tell you they have to be there for the full hour, right? But it's kind of amazing that I walk in, a few minutes later I walk out, and everybody stares at me and they're like, "What, you're done?" I'm like, "Yep."
Yeah, no,
the
exactly.
Other part of it, I get stares.
Well, and
the
just the perspective of not knowing you have to go and sweat and gasp for air for an hour to an hour and a half, right?
Yeah. And the second part of it is doing weight training. A lot of the guys that are usually in that section, they're like, "What are you doing here? Girls don't do this. You guys are on the treadmill most of the time." And I'm like, "Sorry, you guys have to make some room. I need this machine."
And Daniel, I know you've lost about 14 or 15 pounds now. What's your perspective, bud? And now I can't hear him, though. Is your mute on, Daniel? Oh, maybe we lost him. I don't know. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Well, what's your perspective on it? I know you did a couple workouts with me, Vince, and you've been going to the gym more consistently and stuff.
Yeah, I was using. Yeah, over the last 3 months, I was using your science behind it. You know what I mean? And then what's wild about what I learned from you is the more protein that we eat, the more that the body's going to burn fat.
For some reason, I can't hear.
I don't know.
Oh, he's way delayed. He's delayed like 15 minutes back or something. Maybe he needs to log out and back in. I don't know.
Who knows? But anyway, so what I was saying was so cool is like when you learn the scientific nature of what you're eating and what you're putting into your body, it's like when you eat more protein and your body starts burning more fat, it's wild how if you make sure that you go after what
I just put the headset in. I don't know if that's any better.
I don't even think he can hear what I'm saying.
No. I think he's like 2 minutes behind somehow. I don't know. But anyway, that's okay.
Daniel's tripping. All right. So, anyways, what's neat about it is what you guys are going to learn, and it's like it's not only just about the products, but you're going to need these products to be able to do it. Otherwise, you're going to have to get them elsewhere. And then the other thing about buying powder over the years that I know is that you never know what's going to be filled in them. You just got to be on which protein you buy, and that's what's nice about having this protein is you know it's going to be good. I mean, I've had trainers because I've been doing college baseball. You know, I did it for like my whole life until about 25, and I'm 32 now. And, you know, they said you really have to watch what's in these protein powders because people fill these with things that are just as bad as filling them with like salt, like not salt, but like shaving, wood shaving.
Jeez.
That's how bad they are.
Wow.
And so you have to really be careful on where you're getting it from, and that's what's awesome about Joel, especially with his health and going through what he's gone through before. You had to make it perfect for himself, and so that's what's nice too. But the reality is, like, with the science that you're going to learn in the back office when you get these products and understand what Joel's going to teach you is the protein and the way that he tells you how to do it. And then with the workouts, because I've worked out a few times with it, you know, it's just so neat that you could go into the gym for, like, you know, it literally, like, the 7-minute thing is legit. Like, you're literally only working out for 7 minutes. You're there for maybe 20 total during rest and everything. And so people are there for, you know, an hour, 2 hours, and they're just like, what in the world's going on with this person? How are they in shape? You know, with the way that Joel teaches you how to, you know, eat properly and how to utilize these products, you know, I dropped 30 pounds over the last 3 months. And so that's what's nice is, and I didn't even try that hard. And that's the thing. Like, it's not like I was, like, you know, not eating things that were good, not having, you know, drinks when I wanted to have drinks, you know. Like tonight, for example, I still had, you know, some carbs. I still had some chips and salsa. You know what I mean? Like, so the reality is, like, you don't have to be perfect.
I still have my margaritas. I drank plenty in Cabo. I know that.
Getting people in programs. Because I know in my past, you know, from health products and health companies and things like that, they're going to tell you to go on, like, this massive, crazy diet, and then they're going to last for, like, 1-2 months, and then they're gone. You know, with what we're teaching you more of a lifestyle type, right? And so when you get into that mode of where this is your new lifestyle versus this is a diet or this is like what I have to do really hardcore, you know, right in the beginning, then that's what really changes your mindset, and you'll be able to do this for long term. And so that's what's neat about, you know, what Joel's put together here with the products, you know. And so what's so cool is that, you know, Joel is all passionate about the protein and the fiber because that's what really makes your body run properly, you know. But then I got super passionate about the energy pill I knew he was coming out with. And so, you know, because I've been taking those forever, and Joel and I have been going back and forth on that. So I'm super excited to taste and try that out. Well, it's not taste, it's just a pill, but to try that out. So I'm super pumped for that. But, you know, with these 3 things together, I know you guys are going to feel like literally transformational in the morning. If you have a protein shake in the morning, you take your fiber, and then you have these energy pills that we're getting because I know what's inside of them, and I know they are literally about what I have now. Like, you guys are going to feel like $1 million, literally. You're going to be, like, take on the day completely different. And then, literally, if you take another protein shake in the middle of the day, and then these fiber again, you're going to stay full as well. You're not going to crave anything crazy. And then the energy pill, maybe one more time during the day as well, you know. So you take usually maybe 1 to 2, just depending on where you guys are at and the way you start. So I'm super pumped, man. I mean, the people that do this and actually pay attention, Joel, they're going to be feeling
exactly,
so good,
exactly.
You know?
Yeah, if people follow it to the T, so that's why we created the package deal, guys. Okay, you need it's the equivalent, and I said it today. I can't find a better analogy, but if you've got a massive headache and you are supposed to take 400 milligrams of Advil or 325 milligrams of Tylenol to get rid of your headache, taking 3 milligrams isn't really going to do a whole lot. It's not going to give you the desired effect. It's the same thing, except for our stuff is all natural, okay? With fiber, okay, the reason why we were not obese 100 years ago is we ate things that grew out of the ground, we grew our own gardens, or we ate things that we killed, our own cattle and so forth, right? Things that grow out of the ground are naturally high in fiber. 100 years ago, to 150 years ago, the average human being would consume approximately 5 pounds of sugar per year, refined sugar, meaning pure white sugar. Now, when you go to the grocery store, just about 90% of the stuff that you're buying, except for your fresh fruits and vegetables and meats, like your cereals and your processed meats and all that kind of stuff, the average human being is now consuming 150 pounds of pure sugar per year. Okay? Diabetes is the inability to process sugar. Why is diabetes on the rise? Because we're eating more and more and more sugar all the time. Okay? The reason why pure sugar is so bad is it digests very quickly. Understand this. 3 macro, and I know most people have heard this. There's 3 macronutrients that the body can use: fats, carbohydrates, which turn into simple sugars, all of them do, and protein. Okay? The problem today is things that are naturally high in dietary fiber take long to digest. Fiber, insoluble fiber, is not digestible by the human body whatsoever. So all the stuff that we used to eat out of the ground, like the green leafy vegetables and stuff, we used to 100 years ago probably have 5 or 6 green salads a day. We don't do that anymore. And that's what's so important about having dietary fiber. you're going to need 5 to 7 grams of dietary fiber a day, okay? We recommend that you actually start with 3 pills 3 times a day and then work up to 5 pills 3 times per day, okay? The reason is this is not digestible by the human body, and the capsules inside here actually expand, I misquoted, not 10 times their size, 50 times their size, okay? That's why fiber is so important. So when you add fiber into your diet, just in the morning and a couple times during the day before your big meals of the day, what it does is typically sugar, okay guys, the digestive time of sugar, pure sugar, is about 5 to 10 minutes. That's what creates diabetes. You eat the sugar, it gets into your bloodstream almost immediately, you get a massive spike in blood sugar, and then the body responds by releasing massive amounts of insulin, okay? Brings it down. Now what the body does is it overcompensates because your blood sugar's gone so high, it overreacted, and now you're in a blood sugar crash. When your blood sugar crashes, oh my God, I want the sugar again. A lot of people say, well, I'm just a carbohydrate and I'm a sweet junkie. No, it's the up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down of your blood sugar all day that creates those cravings. Those cravings are physiological, not psychological. The minute you add this in, because it's not digestible and it expands 50 times its size, anything that you eat the rest of the day now creates blood sugar stability like this, maybe a slight fluctuation. So instead of going like this all day and feeling like crap all day, you start going like this all day, okay? That's number one. That's why the fiber actually controls your appetite. That's number one. Number two is fats, okay? Diabetes is not a digestive fat problem. Diabetes is a problem with too much sugar in the diet, okay? So if you're a type 2 diabetic right now, okay, there's 2 types of diabetes. There's type 1, which is also known as juvenile diabetes, meaning it usually happens at birth, or you're a type 2 diabetic. Type 2 diabetics are usually on metformin or glucophage. The drug is one and the same. Those drugs actually help you become less insulin resistant. So what it does is it just puts a Band-Aid on the issue. You're still getting the blood sugar fluctuations, but it's allowing you to store that blood sugar either as glycogen in the muscle cell or more than likely as fat in the fat cell, and that's why you get fatter and fatter and fatter. Understand this. Now your blood sugar or your A1Cs, which is the typical test for diabetes, is more in the normal range, but you've only created a Band-Aid with those drugs like glucophage and metformin, okay? Those are drugs. Those drugs are patentable. When they're patentable, then the companies that make them, the drug companies that make them, make billions and billions of dollars per year. I'll never forget this. About 25 years ago, I was in Florida, and there was a gentleman who had this huge mansion on the water, and he actually had his backyard climate controlled. Not the inside, the outside, climate controlled, because his company was netting $80 billion per year, okay? That's why you hear more about the drugs than you do with natural supplements. This is better, way, way better than taking a drug. The difference is this grows out of the ground, therefore it's not patentable, and therefore the drug companies like the FDA control it, and that's why you don't hear about it. It's all economical, folks. Workouts are economical, nutrition is economical. So this helps not in many ways. It's diabetic friendly, but it also will lower your bad cholesterol and increase your good cholesterol. So that's why it's very heart friendly as well. Then when you combine that with the protein, okay, the protein, you want to get at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight per day. Most people, the average human being, gets about probably 30 to 50 grams of protein per day. So if you're 150 pounds and you're getting 30 grams of protein per day, that's not even close to enough protein per day. When you combine and you get it, and I said at least 1 gram, okay, folks? Right now I weigh 232 pounds, but I eat 450 grams of protein per day. I try to go for more to 2 grams per pound of body weight. Why? I like being big and muscular. A lot of people will look at me and go, Joel, I don't want to be your size. That's fine. Don't lift the weights I do, and don't eat 2 grams per pound of body weight in protein. If you want to be lean and have that beach look, then get at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. That's why we created this package. To get the maximum results with your 7-minute workout and your nutrition, you're going to go through 2 bottles of fiber no matter what. You're going to go through 2 bottles of protein no matter what. and you're going to go through the energy booster. And I'll disagree with Vince. I love these too. I take these before training all the time. Why? Because you feel like $1 billion, not $1 million. I love taking this stuff on, especially on those days where, you know, we're all human beings. I don't really feel like working out that day. If I take this like 20 to 30 minutes before training, it's like I got to do something because you just feel amazing. So that's the package we put together. And folks, this is what's so cool. If this was in a conventional network marketing company that was selling tangible products only, this would be selling for at least $400 to $450. I kid you not, okay? There's other companies that are selling similar products to this for $90 to $95 so that people can make money. When you combine the online digital world with the tangible world, and I'm telling you, the reason why we're coming out with the course, so a lot of other people say, well, are you coming out with other products like creatine and vitamin D and multivitamins? Folks, we want to focus on the core products first. Why? These core products will absolutely, without question, 100% guaranteed give people massive results. When people get massive results, they talk about it. When they talk about it, it becomes a global brand. I'm telling you, if you take 5 to 7 grams of fiber a day and you take 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, your body will transform in 10 days. You'll see changes immediately, like instantly within days. I'm going to bring John Weberg up just for a minute because he's been here for 10 days. John, if you're still there, come on up to the mic. He was able to do the training. He was able to follow the nutrition, and and he's only 19 years old. Oh, am I still? He says I'm choppy. Daniel says I'm choppy. Am I okay with you guys? There's Johnny. I hear you, bro, but I don't see you, John. Maybe it doesn't matter though. Can't see you, but we can hear you. So go ahead.
So what do you want me to cover? Basically just what my experience has been so far?
With the workouts, yeah. 7 to 10 minutes, 3 times a week. I mean, you're straight. Go ahead. I'll let you talk.
I'll have to say, like before, I told you when we were working out and whatnot, is that I've done it, my version before, and then working out with you and truly seeing how, number one, how short it is. The duration is completely different than what I was doing. As well, you actually, like you said, you actually tear the muscle. It's just not the muscle getting tired. And again, like you said as well, it's enjoyable. Like when I'm doing the workout and after, I'm literally just loving it. I'm happy. It's absolutely awesome. I want to work out more. But because it's so short and that's all you have to do, that's it. That's it. And like you've said as well and everyone else, is that it really is much more enjoyable and much more preferable than working out for 2 hours or 3 hours. I have friends at home all the time who are working out for 2 to 3 hours, and I go there and I leave in like 15 minutes total. And they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, I'm already done working out. Like, what are you talking about? And I tell them about this, and they go, oh, wow, holy crap, you're kidding me. I'm like, no, it's really literally that easy because of the science behind it. And I literally love working out every time I do it, and I look forward to it every single every other day. And again, also as well, I want to say that the protein is absolutely fantastic. I can't get enough of it. And as well, I love the fiber. I haven't personally tried them, the energy booster yet, but I'm pretty sure by tomorrow. And I just want to say again, thank you for everything and the entire team. And because I truly love not just the digital side, but the physical side is absolutely fantastic.
Awesome. Well, thank you, John, for sharing that. And the last thing I want to say, folks, which is going to really explode everything as well, it's like Owana said, there's some people who are just offline network marketers, right? They need a tangible product that they can see, feel, hear, and touch. These are highly demonstratable as well, because if you give somebody 5 capsules of this and say, listen, I want you to take this just after your breakfast, they're going to feel an immediate difference in their appetite suppression. And it's the same thing with the protein. Hey, if I give you a protein shake to take tomorrow with this, people will feel the results immediately. They will have that breakthrough of like, man, I didn't crave my donuts at lunch. I didn't crave a chocolate bar. I didn't crave my soda. Yeah, this sounds interesting to me. So that's what's super cool about all of this, folks. So maybe, Vince, I'll turn it back over to you because you're so good at the marketing side and the vision as well. I get overexcited about the product side. Folks, just grab your products. We're going to pay an amazing commission on this. and it's still better than retail price. That's what's like, Vince, have you ever heard of better than retail price in a network marketing organization? It just doesn't happen.
No, I mean, yeah, like you said, I mean, this is a $300 to $500 pack minimum in any other company. So that's the thing, guys. Like, that's what you really have to understand with this company, in the way that Joel has set everything up in his life, is that the products that we're seeing here always are the best pricing you can find too. So even like the autoresponder that's out there and the lead capture system, if you compare that to other companies out there, that for the amount of leads you can bring in and the amount of sending you can send, it's like literally, blows everything else away. So the same thing with this. I mean, and these proteins right here actually are filled up to here, which is weird compared to if you go to GNC or if you go to these other places.
They say they've settled a little bit, which is not true,
Oh, my mic's a little loud?
Mm-mm.
Hold on. Oh, no. Hold on. I don't know what happened. Hold on, my bad. What'd you say, bro?
I said, you go to GNC and they say it's due to shipping and settling of the product. The container's like half empty half the time,
Oh, yeah, no, it's crazy. I keep muting your side because for whatever reason you're echoing on that side.
Okay, sorry.
I think it's just because you don't have your thing in.
Okay.
Whatever. You're good. All right. So yeah, that's what's so funny. It's like literally, if you go to most of these stores, you're gonna get protein in here. Because like I said, college baseball. I mean, I've been doing protein and working out and stuff my whole life. And then same thing with these caps in here. I mean, it's the same thing that's gonna happen if you go to most places. They're gonna be filled right here. And then literally these ones are filled up to the brim as well. But man, I gotta say, with this chocolate protein, oh my gosh.
That's what everybody says. They love it.
Believable. I mean, I've had so many different styles of protein, and this literally chocolate is the best I've ever had. You say it was like Dutch chocolate too, or something like
Dutch
that?
chocolate. Yep.
Oh man. Oh, it even says it on here. I didn't even notice. So good. But yeah, and then like the reality. Oh, there's John. What's that? And then so the reality of what we have, the best products, the best pricing, the opportunity to where once you build your network, all these products we're going to come out with always go through your network. That's the exciting part. It's literally like an Amazon for entrepreneurs, man. And that's what's exciting. It's like as we come out with the vitamins, as we come out, with the, whatever Joel wants to come out with next, that's the exciting part. And then if we come out with any kind of, cool gadgets and stuff like that, we could still do all that, that's the reality. And that's the neat part about what we're doing here. And so, all I got to say is just from experience, this is the best protein I've ever had. My girl and the kids and everything, they're over there making, with the vanilla protein, they've been making all kinds of strawberry shakes and all kinds of amazing things as well. And so, like, it's just neat. I mean, we got really good tasting products, too, because a lot of stuff that you're going to find online is going to taste like crap, and that's unfortunate.
Well, that was part of the delay, honestly, in us getting to the physical product model, because I have, from my fitness days, I have relationships with about 6 to 8 different manufacturers out there, and I tried them all. And I just wanted to go with ones that I knew tasted great and are all natural. Fiber's all natural. You'll see here, right here, it says no artificial ingredients. And there's literally no artificial ingredients in any of our products, including the energy booster. And that's what's key as well. That comes from personal experience, folks, of suffering from aspartame poisoning for 5 years. So, like you said, we've got the autoresponder, which is reasonably priced. We've got the lead capture system that's reasonably priced. And what I'll do, because I know there's new people on here, and then we'll let everybody go, is I'll show you how we do everything so cheap. So here's our office. We have 3 offices. There's John there. Over there, you're going to hear a bit of an echo because, he can hear me through his mic. I'm going to take you guys to where the technology runs, the autoresponder, the lead capture system, how we do our commissions. Everything runs through here, lights off. This is an inventory room here, guys. That's one of our UPSs. That's like a battery pack, which runs all this right here. Okay, and everything's redundant here. So, on the technology side, it doesn't matter if you understand how that room works. We make it simple for you with the training that everybody does, that Vince does and stuff. And then also, we did everything in-house with the fitness too. Like, this is the best damn gym I've seen for staff ever. I'm just saying. It's amazing. So I train here as well. And everything's in-house, folks. We're a legitimate company. Like I said, You'll never find another online network marketing company, and this is the truth, who's been in business for 19 years. And why is that? If not for the opportunity, would you choose the products or services? You're getting the echo again because I'm coming near John. And so we have this office, we have another office in the Ukraine, and yeah, it's just exciting. That's how we do it, guys. So when you have the perfect storm, the perfect combination of online digital products that every brick and mortar business needs, like lead capture systems, like autoresponders, when you have physical products that are reasonably priced in the marketplace and effective and all natural, it's absolutely a home run. It's just an unbelievable home run, and it's just the beginning. Just the beginning. I know probably, Vince, you're going to be the first to hit $1 million. It took us, 12 years to get 9 million millionaires in GVO? We're going to have 9 millionaires in this company probably in the next year to year and a half. I feel it. I just do.
Yeah, well, the reality is it's just because we're going to... Can you still hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I mean, the reality is we just have customer, products with huge commissions, which is nuts. I mean, there's never been anything online in our industry besides what you've already created over the last 20 years that lasts, like you said. With you starting with hosting, Joel, and then, going into the autoresponder and going all the other stuff you've been doing over the last few years. I didn't even get on the pure leverage train that you had. Shoot, I would have made $1 million with that, I'm sure. But that's the reality. The nice thing is timing's everything. And, that's the thing. It's like you had a lot of learning experiences with pure leverage too, learning the autoresponder system and all that kind of stuff. And so now what this is, this is 20 years of your best work, put together. And that's the exciting part. And, 20 years of you pulling the team together, behind the scenes that they don't see, that really will make the foundation of this run. Because I've ran, companies before, and it's a freaking nightmare, And so to last 20 years is unbelievable. So that's what's nice about y'all that are, part of this company already. And, we're brand new in a sense where it's like 6-7 months old, but, this is really kind of the beginning of it, kind of starting. We're really just kind of in a little baby mode, little baby steps, and we're already, Joel's already paid over $2 million in commissions already, just over these last few months, and in just visionary mode, which is even, like the autoresponder already works, the capture page is already working, all that stuff, but the products hadn't even come yet. Now they're finally here today. All the new marketing that we just created literally hasn't been around. It's literally just been word of mouth. There really hasn't been the foundational pieces to grow this business that big, and for him to already have it over $2 million in commissions paid, that's what shows you the value of what Joel's already created with his past clients and customers and things like that, knowing that what Joel creates lasts, and what Joel creates will be here for a long term, right? And so that's the neat part about it, man. It's funny because even like some of the biggest industry leaders that are out there right now that are doing well in these other companies, they've seen this, but they haven't really seen what's happening yet because they haven't really dove into really the reality of the customer centric aspect that we have. Really the Amazon aspect of this, being able to literally put in products all the time and build and push them through your networks and make a lot of money, but like products that actually are good, and that's the exciting part. It's not about the money, here, first. That's the nice thing about it. Even though the money's huge, that's the thing. It's like it's literally about the customers getting access to the right tools and training and value in the actual products, to see this. That's the magic.
Well, if not for the product, you don't have an opportunity. Again, guys, give yourself the litmus test. If there was no opportunity, could you use the product or service? With the autoresponder, every brick and mortar business needs it. Every online marketer needs it, okay? In the health and wellness space, it's $1 trillion industry. There's people using stuff like this all the time, but one, they're not getting the right education, so they have no idea how to use it properly. It's not being followed by mentorship and showing you exactly how to train properly. They're not telling you the right dosages to use, or the right, serving amounts to use, not dosages because that's more of a drug, but the right serving amounts to use. So you're getting everything in one roof. You're getting the online marketing piece, you're getting the tangible products, but you're also getting the education and the training so that you become an expert. Like so many people are intimidated to go to the gym or even start working out because they don't know what to do. It's a step-by-step process that everybody gets. Everybody wins here. That's what's so exciting for me. Everybody wins. The customer wins because they get good education and great products and great services at a price point that's competitive in the marketplace. And the distributors win because they're getting as much as 90% residual income. And the only reason they can do that is because it has taken me 18 years to build up our own data center, to create our own software technology and the experience behind it all. And now what excites me on top of that is there's people like the people in this room, like John and Vincent and Owana and Daniel and any others that see the true vision. You know, there's a lot of people, even though GVO is a strong 8-figure per year business, there's a lot of people that didn't jump on board because they don't see the total vision without having something that's consumer based, that's tangible and stuff. So, you know, my estimation that probably only 10 to 15% of home-based business entrepreneurs and network marketers are even utilizing internet technology. They're still doing it the old-fashioned way. So now we get to grab the old-fashioned people who are going to get massive, massive results and bring them online and show them that they don't need to make a list of 100 of their best friends anymore. They don't need to do 3-way calling on the phone anymore. You know, you do live webinars, you do Facebook, that, you know, you generate a list, build your list, and they don't even need to know how to do any of it because you're doing all the lead capture pages, Vince. You know, there's Owana who did great webinars already as well and running the ladies only group and all that kind of stuff. It's just a win-win-win across the board, folks. And I'm just telling you this, I'm going to end with this, and I'm going to turn it over to you guys to close the call. This is a win-win-win across the board for everybody, without a doubt, and that's what makes me passionate. And the number one win is we're saving lives the right way, and that's the truth. That's the truth from the bottom of my heart. We're stopping diabetes, we're eliminating obesity, we're eliminating heart disease, we're eliminating stroke, high blood pressure, and the most important part is people walk by the mirror and go, damn it, I'm going to start wearing spandex all day long. And that's the truth.
That's awesome. I think I turned the chat back on. Let me know if you guys can chat below real quick. I just want to see if there's any questions we could ask real quick before we get out of here. Unless you got to leave, Joel.
No, I'm good, man. I could talk all night. Okay. I mean, there's still, 270 people in the room, but there's over 100 people listening live on Facebook, too. So, I mean, people are engaged. They're sticking around. John Weberg, what if you can go to my fan page and maybe, see if there's any questions there, and then we can watch for questions here.
Yep, I'll go check them.
All right, thank you.
One thing I wanted to ask Owana real quick is, what's that woman's group like? I mean, what's your vibe? What's your feeling in there? Because when I've jumped in there and I'm not supposed to be in there, I'm just admin, you know what I mean? What's the thing in there? I see all the magic in there. You guys are constantly posting. I mean, it just looks really exciting, over there for you guys. So what's it like to be a woman in this company?
I haven't seen any in the chat, but there's a lot of.
Can you hear, Owana? Can you hear what I said? I don't know if she can hear.
I don't know if she can hear you. Owana, did you hear?
Well, I can chime in. I guess there's something going on with some of the stuff outside of the data center, but I asked permission to talk to the women.
I'm actually loving it.
Okay.
Yeah. You have to ask permission to talk in there, just like Joel did, but it's actually been really fun, and the girls have been amazing. Like, they literally share everything, from recipes to workouts to how they're feeling, how much weight they lost, just some personal details here and there. That's just for the girls. So I'm sorry, guys, I cannot allow you to be in there, but I do want to thank you after the webinar last week, attendance, and I think we've had close to 400 people that have joined the group. So that's an amazing
awesome
result. And I know a lot of the guys, too, have sent the link to invite their lady friends into the group. So I want to thank you for that. And I do want to give a big shout out to all the girls that are in there and all my ladies, because they've been just amazing. The interaction and just the support and always commenting, welcoming each other. It's been crazy. I love it. I need to come up with, more material for them to keep them always in the loop. But it's a great group.
That's awesome. I think you might have come back up. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I think properly? I can hear you. I can hear you good.
Okay, perfect. Yep. Yeah, everything sounded good when she came through, so that's good. So yeah, your perspective, bro, is really cool. I mean, with your age, I mean, tell people how old you are really quick. But what's your perspective of like what we're doing and how easily understandable it is for people at your age bracket as well?
Yeah, and that's something I really want to bring up is a lot of people think that it's so hard and so difficult. But, like I said, I'm 19 years old. 19, for those of you who don't know. 19! I want you to run that through your head, is that I am just starting. This is the very, very beginning, not just of my career, but now lifestyle. And it's that difficult. Just taking that first couple steps, those first couple steps. Like Vince and Dan made some awesome training. There's tons of training out there. Just go in the Now Lifestyle group right now and go look at everything that's there for you. All the advice people are giving, all the info people are giving. Is that stuff in there's complete gold. Complete gold. And you can use it at any time. It's available right now. I'm in the Now Lifestyle group right now. I can look at anything that's going on whatsoever. And like I say, I'm 19 years old. Thanks, Tissa. And what I appreciate so much, like everyone said here, is it's not a money game. This truly isn't a money game. It's with the products that actually work. Like I said earlier, too, as well, the workouts, I did them. They're absolutely fantastic. I love them. I look forward to it every single day. The protein is good. The fiber works. All of it is amazing. And, again, it's taking one little step because I got started technically marketing when I was 10 years old. 10. Now imagine that. Not 19, 10. And, again, what I did was, and what everyone here has done, no one got started automatically making $10,000 a month like that. It's taking one little step at a time. And I know for a fact all of you can do that. I'm speaking to you right now, you can take one step. It's very, very simple. And again, I really look forward to what this will become because there's so much that's still going to happen. And there's so much that's available for you guys. Go into the group. Take a look, just look at all the advice. Joe makes videos all the time. We make videos all the time in that group for you guys. Again, I just want to say I love company. I love the products, the services. I love everything about it. And again, I'm only 19. If I can do this, you most certainly can do this. You got years over me. And, I've had a lot of experience for my age, but I know for a fact there's so many great leaders in here that you can follow very easily like that, and you'll see great results. So again, love the people, love the team, love the products, love the services. Love you guys. I absolutely love Now Lifestyle. Hands down from the heart.
Okay, just a couple of questions came in. Guys, if you live outside of the U.S., this is still an opportunity for you. We're just not shipping the physical products yet, okay? I want to see how things ship across the U.S. first before we go international. I don't want to overwhelm ourselves. As Vince said, I've learned a lot of what not to do over 19 years. When we launched Pure Leverage, we had almost 10,000 people pay on the very first day. We were all high-fiving and all that kind of jazz, only to wake up to 4,000 help desk tickets. Okay, it was a nightmare. It was incredibly humbling to realize, be careful what you wish for. So we're shipping to the U.S. only, and the other reason is, too, as an example, if I want to ship this to the Canada, I now have to change the label to be French and English, okay? So we're shipping to the U.S. However, because of the on-demand workouts and the digital products, this is an international opportunity, okay? Without a question. So you can be a member, and if somebody in your downline is from the United States and they're buying these products, you will collect a commission. And the reverse is true too. You can still bring people in based on the on-demand workouts, the autoresponder, the lead capture system. We already have customers and distributors or resellers in over 100 countries, okay? So there's people that we're paying money out to in the 30 or 40 different countries already, okay? I want you guys to understand that. So just because we're only shipping this to the U.S. for now does not mean you cannot make a great income or be a part of the opportunity because of the digital side. So I just wanted to make that clear, folks. So anyway, guys, you can listen on. We'll have the recording tomorrow. I don't know why it's cutting out for so many people, but I mean, it's been great for me and most. But anyway, any last words, Vince, before we go, or Rowana?
I mean, I see like a billion questions, but I mean, the reality is it's just everything's kind of self-explanatory as far as what you guys need to do for getting the product. Some people are asking that there wasn't any links in the back end, and there really isn't links in the back end yet, because this is really for people who showed up live here. and got the link to get started here. So I'll just post the link again right here in the chat, and then I'll also post it in the chat on Facebook, and you'll see that in the chat on both of them. And then I believe you might have to even log in before you click that link too. I had to do that, but I don't know if that was normal.
Yep.
So you might, yeah. So log into your Now Lifestyle account before you click that link. This is literally only for members first. Okay, I know this is on Facebook and getting out there a little bit, and then there's a lot of free members as well that saw this, but you have to get in, and you have to be a part of everything moving forward to get these first. You know what I'm saying? We are going to sell these retail out there without you having to be members and stuff like that first, but the reality is Joel only ordered so much in the beginning. Right now, we want to see how fast it sells out, and the reality is it might sell out. So. And once you guys taste this one time, you ain't gonna want to get rid of it. I promise you that. And once you feel it one time, you're not gonna want to get rid of it either. So that's the exciting part. I can't wait to see you guys, do the right things in the morning. Because literally for the last, let's see, I'm 32. I would say since I was 10, I started doing protein shakes in the morning. Like that's how obsessed I am with protein. And so I've been doing protein for literally like 2 decades. But this is the best tasting one. And then the other thing is, like, you utilize it with the fiber and you utilize it with the energy. Because I know I haven't tried the energy yet, but Joel and I talked about what we're putting in them and stuff together. Because Elevate is actually a name that I created that he liked, and so I'm excited that he used it. But the reality is, if it has what it's in there, you guys are going to feel, if you take all 3 of these together, you're going to feel like $1 billion. So instead of $1 million, I'm going to say $1 billion like Joel did. But the reality is, you guys are going to be pumped, man. And so I see a bunch of questions, but there is questions, like all these questions, like some people are like, how do I get started? Go to the quick start guide in the back office right when you log in. Yeah. I see other questions like, what's the ingredients of this, that, and the other in the fiber and all this other stuff, Joel? I don't know. I mean,
well, on the sales page, there's a couple good questions there that I can't answer. On the sales page, there's a little yellow button, and it will actually pull up the label and pull up the ingredients for you on all the products and services. Okay, so if you're worried that you might have an allergy to something, you can click on the little yellow button and the full ingredients. You have to do that by law anyway. So you can do that on the sales page. Like you said, how do you get started? Don't overcomplicate, folks. Don't overcomplicate. Take massive imperfect action. That's the key. Just do it. Just do it. Whether you're here for the opportunity or you want to feel better physically or both, just do it. I'm telling you, you start getting on these things, you're going to see huge changes, huge, massive, immediate changes. So that's all I got to say, folks. Get started. I'm sorry if it cut out for some people. We'll have a replay live on Facebook tomorrow, so that'll be super cool. We'll actually play it live too. So we'll recreate this, Vince, tomorrow for everybody live on Facebook through our TriCaster as well. So that's all I have to say, folks. Just take massive action. I'll send an email out right now to all members, so you'll get it in the next 20 to 35 minutes because it's a large list of people, and we'll see you tomorrow. Everything that orders tonight will ship tomorrow. I have a feeling we're going to have a real busy day here. So thank you, John, Oana, Daniel, Vincent, everybody else. Really appreciate you guys. And this is phase 3 of something that's going to be absolutely massive. So I'm going to peace out. Thank you, guys. And I will send an email right now.
Guys, have a good one.